Good day, Star Wars fans. Welcome back to Star Wars Fanatic. I'm Gerald, and I am a Star Wars fanatic. I know every video I say I'm going to do something a little bit different. Today is going to be really different. I'm going unscripted, and I'm just going to rant for a little while. I hope you guys can tolerate that. And if you can't, then give me a big thumbs down. That's fine. So last night I was sitting there thinking and reading about Star Wars on different Facebook pages and stuff, and I belong to a bunch of different Facebook groups. You can probably find me on there like crazy participating. But I was sitting there with my giant bowl of Star Wars coffee, and some things started striking me and hitting me in the wrong way. And I hate being like this. I hate being negative. I'm not a negative person. I don't care for negativity, but it really got under my skin. So let me stop being vague for just a moment. When The Last Jedi came out, a lot of people hated it. And that's fine. I understand that. I do get it, really. But now, it's how many years later? And people are still hating it. And it isn't just Last Jedi groups or posts about The Last Jedi. It's in everything. I saw this post the other day. It was of Ahsoka. This is that post. Now, it's not this post that I hate. It's not this post that I got upset about. I really liked it. I thought it was true. Because at the time when Ahsoka came out, a lot of fans didn't like her. They thought she was snippy or mean or just rude or a typical teenager or whatever. I myself included. I thought, okay, when's this girl going to leave the scene? But as the Clone Wars went on, the bottom part of this made more sense. Eventually, become a beloved part of Star Wars. And that's what Ahsoka did. She became a beloved character that most Star Wars fans will agree was a great addition to the Star Wars universe and lore. But like I said, it wasn't this meme that got me worked up. It was comments to follow. Now, one comment in particular, it said, "We got Ahsoka, but instead they replaced her with effing Rey." Now, before I go on ranting too much about that post and that comment, one could make the argument that, yes, that comment is possibly relevant to the meme. But it isn't just that meme that these comments are being made. It's being made all over the place. If you say something about Anakin Skywalker being whiny or Luke Skywalker and his OP, then you're going to get a comment somewhere in there saying something negative about the sequels. Now, I'm not saying you have to like the sequels. I do understand the hate for them. I don't hate them, but I do entertain the idea that maybe there are some flaws with it. Okay, not maybe, there are some flaws with it, but there are flaws with everything in Star Wars. If you remember, the prequels were a horrible disaster when they came out. Fans hated them, a lot of fans, and it wasn't the majority, it was the loud minority, just as it is for the sequel fans. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, stop. Oh my God, this is getting old. It's been years. Those are gone. Those movies, they're not gone out of existence, but they're gone out of the limelight. Nobody's pushing for that content anymore. If you look at the content that we're getting now, it's The Mandalorian, it's the Book of Boba Fett, the Ahsoka series, the Kenobi series, all stuff that's doing really well. Why are we still drumming up negativity toward the sequels? There are places to put that negativity and those negative comments. There are plenty of places to use as an outlet, and I encourage that. I encourage you to use those outlets. But when I'm trying to read about Ahsoka or Luke or Darth Vader or Anakin or any number of other Star Wars characters that have nothing to do with the sequels, then why are you putting your hateful comments about the sequels in those posts? Stop. It's not time to be a negative Star Wars fan anymore. It's time to be positive. Look at all the good we've got. I've already named a bunch of it, and we're getting more. We're getting so much more. Okay, you don't like the sequels. Cool. I get it. You can leave a comment here as to why you hate the sequels. That's fine. I'll entertain it. I'm fine with it. I just don't hate them myself, and I'm not going to bash you for hating it, as I would expect you to give me the respect of not bashing me personally for not hating it. It's just redundant. It's old. It's getting tiring. Please just stop. Stop taking every moment that you think you have to bash the sequels. There are outlets for it. I've mentioned that. There are Facebook groups that hate the sequels. There's Sith posting groups that allow that kind of thing. Not all of us want to read it. It's just dumb. And if you say, well, just pass over that comment or pass over the comments, it's kind of hard to ignore you. You guys are loud, very loud. And it doesn't matter what I read about in Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or TikTok or anything. You guys are everywhere. Let us have some moments, please. See, for me, it's Jar Jar Binks. He's my bane. The Phantom Menace in general is my least favorite Star Wars movie. That's not saying it's bad. It's just saying it's not my favorite. I won't watch that one over and over and over. I'll watch it occasionally, but I do tend to drift more toward the original trilogy and some other interesting aspects. I just think that movie has some of the worst qualities in it, but I don't go and bash it every chance I get. I entertain that people do like it, and there are some good parts of the Phantom Menace, but as a whole, it's average at best. And I do get one of the biggest criticisms of the sequel trilogy. It's not George Lucas's Star Wars. No, it's not. It's not George Lucas's Star Wars. But to say George Lucas is infallible for the creations he's made is just an outright lie or a denial. I mean, if you want to go off of what is George Lucas's Star Wars, he made Greedo shoot first. So, if you're saying George Lucas's Star Wars is the only Star Wars, then you have to agree Greedo shot first. He changed Han Solo's entire character by adding that in. And I also know there are a lot of criticisms about the special editions that came out in the 90s. I have my own criticisms of them. And that Greedo scene is the biggest criticism I have. The rest of it I can tolerate, other than the Cy Snoodles and the Max Rebo Band edit that they made. It made it more elaborate and tried to make it sexy or something. I don't know, but I like the original. I like the original puppets that were static and clunky, but that's just me. But I don't go on and on and on about it. I'm not going to go on and on and on about it because it's done. It's over. It's made. It's what it is. That was George Lucas's Star Wars. That's what he wanted. So that's what I have to accept. And now I have to accept whatever the new owners want. You want George Lucas to come back to Star Wars? It ain't gonna happen. Sorry. He's retired. He does do some advisory work and maybe direct a scene or two, but he doesn't want to own Star Wars. Why? Because we bashed him so bad when the prequels came out. We bashed him hard. He sold the franchise mostly because of that. He even admitted sometimes that, the Star Wars fans are the roughest bunch of fans that there ever are. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but look at it. We bullied him out of Star Wars. He sold it to a company that could do more with it, and they did. They've given us so much more good than bad. You look at how long the sequel movies lasted. What is it, about 6, 7, 8 hours worth of content that we got there? How much have we got out of The Mandalorian alone? 2 seasons, 8 episodes, each a half hour length. That's 8 hours right there. What about Rebels? Rebels went on for 4 seasons, 20 plus episodes. The Clone Wars, season 7. We've got so much more content to love now. And this may not have happened if George Lucas owned it. He's getting older. He can't carry the torch forever. He can't keep doing it. He's not going to live forever. Until they find a cure for death, then George Lucas won't be able to do it forever. So, here's my quote. Stop being so whiny. I understand your criticisms. I do. I really do. And some of them I agree with. But it isn't enough for me to go out and start bashing everybody that says they like it, or that says, Anakin Skywalker was whiny, or Luke Skywalker was overpowered. Well, at least we didn't get Rey. We did get Rey. Rey is real. Deal with it. That's all I can say about that. Look, I'm not trying to call any of you out. I'm not trying to say all Star Wars fans are toxic, because they're not. Most Star Wars fans are great people. I have a lot of great viewers here. I'll probably get a lot of hate for this video, because this isn't normally something I do. I just got a little bit fed up with reading this stuff and seeing this stuff, and there's a bunch of YouTubers out there that kind of instigate a lot of it, and that's them. Whatever. Do what you do, dude. It's on you. If that's what gets you views and that's all you're after, then cool. It's fine. You found an outlet for your hate. You found an audience to spew that hate to that will agree with you. And that's fine. That's great. I'm glad that's what you're doing. Do it. But it doesn't have to be everywhere I look. Look, you don't like the sequels. Cool. I do get it. Like I said 100 times already, I get it. I understand it. I can't do that. I can't spew hate on something that I don't like. Like I said, I don't like the Phantom Menace, but I'm not going to go around spewing how much I hate the Phantom Menace. I don't hate it. I like it. It's not my favorite. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, yeah, you don't like the sequels. Cool. I've said I get it. But instead of when you see something that says, okay, so this character is great, this character is beloved, or whatever, instead of saying, well, then we got Rey, say something different like, well, now we have Din Djarin, or now we have a Kenobi series, or now we have the Book of Boba Fett coming out in just a couple of weeks. Any of that, just positivity. Or don't mention it at all. Just say, okay, I get where this meme's going. Thank you for that. It's pretty simple, really. I mean, that's what I do. And I know this video is coming out way more negative than I mean it to be. It's not. I'm not bashing on you guys. I'm just saying, for people like us who just want to look at Star Wars, just want to look at anything Star Wars we can until we get more content, stop hating on that. Stop putting your hate into something where it doesn't belong. The sequel bashing doesn't belong in an Ahsoka meme. The sequel bashing doesn't belong in a Darth Vader meme or a Luke Skywalker's a whiny little bitch meme. The sequels don't belong in that. It's not where it goes. The Phantom Menace doesn't go in those places either, so I don't put it there. I practice restraint, and I do it a lot, and I'm a very patient person. Just now I'm at my boiling point. It's been years, guys. Let it go. Let it go. Everybody hated the prequels when they came out. Not everybody, but a lot of people hated the prequels when they came out. But there was added content to that. The Clone Wars, the novels, the comic books, all that made the prequels better. It made them more understandable. To me, trade route disputes, come on. Why is that in there? I mean, I know it's a political statement and all that, but George Lucas said he made the movies for 12-year-olds. What 12-year-old understands trade route disputes and Senate bureaucracies? Who understands that stuff that's under the age of like 16? Not many people. I mean, at the time that it came out, I was like, what? Why are we, what? I mean, bureaucracy was explained, or not explained, but touched on in A New Hope. And back then I was 4, almost 5 years old, and I was like, huh? What does that even mean? But they didn't stay on it. It didn't take up the entirety of A New Hope. The rest of the movie was great. We didn't have to deal with, bureaucracies and political dealings and all that stuff. So, what I'm trying to say is, instead of looking at things negatively and saying, look, we got Rey instead of Ahsoka. We didn't get one instead of the other. We have both. You don't like Rey? Cool. Focus on the one you do like. If you like Ahsoka, focus on her. Focus on the positivity that comes out of that. Focus on what you love. You're a fan. Be a fan. You don't have to be a fan of everything. I'm not a fan of everything. But what you should do is, and I'm not trying to tell you how to be a fan, but the word fan means that there are things you like. And from what I'm seeing from a lot of people is there's not much that you like because the sequels ruined everything for you. Stop. Just stop. But that's all I'm going to say about it for now. And I hope I don't have to make another video like this. And no, that's not a threat to anybody or anything. And I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate for even making this one. I don't do this regularly. This isn't my thing. I like to concentrate on the things I do love. I do stay away from the sequel stuff as much as possible in my videos because I understand it's such a touchy subject. Not because I'll get hate for making the videos. I have made videos about the sequels. I just choose not to because I'm trying to be a little respectful to people who don't like it. And I have a lot of viewers that don't like it, and that's cool. We all get along. in my live streams. We all get along regardless of what we love and what we don't love, because we found a middle ground. We found something we do like. The new content coming out is amazing, and we've all enjoyed it, and we're all continuing to enjoy it. No matter if we hate the sequels, the prequels, the original trilogy, Luke Skywalker, Boba Fett, or whatever. But like I said, we're all fans, and being fans means that we should find something that we do enjoy, something we love about the franchise, and focus on that. To be a true fan and to say, well, I'm a true fan because I'm critical of it. Well, I'm critical of Star Wars too, but I'm not overly critical. I say my piece and I let it go. That's the way it goes. But I don't focus on that. I don't stay on the negative stuff. It's not worth my time and energy. It makes me a negative person, and I'm not a negative person. I'm very positive. And I'm not saying any of this to bash anybody. I'm not saying it because, hey, look at me. I have a YouTube channel. You should listen to me. I'm an authority. I'm not. I'm just a guy. I'm just a Star Wars fan like you guys. I just happen to express my opinions on YouTube, and my feelings, my theories, my discussions, all that. It just goes on YouTube. It doesn't make me an authority. It just means that I'm passionate, and so are you. And I get that. And we're all passionate, and we love this franchise. But that's all I really wanted to say is, please just be respectful to people. You can hate things all you want, but personally bashing somebody because they don't agree with your opinion, that's horrible. That's a horrible human being. And that's not a real Star Wars fan. You embrace what you love. Embrace what you love together. Don't hate on each other because you don't agree with each other. That's just stupid. You're going to find something that you agree on if you are a true Star Wars fan. And being a true Star Wars fan doesn't mean I'm a true Star Wars fan because I hate the sequels. I'm a true Star Wars fan because I hate the prequels. That's not being a true Star Wars fan. Being a true Star Wars fan is finding that love again, that experience you had when you first came upon Star Wars. And if the one you just watched wasn't that experience, move on, try the next one. Try the next one after that. Then, if you don't like anything else that comes out about Star Wars, then maybe Star Wars isn't right for you. And that's all I got to say. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys listening to me rant. And like I said, I don't do this very often, and I'm not going to do it much more, if ever. I just thought I needed to say this stuff, to put myself in a point, in a place, and show my position on it. So thank you. I really appreciate it. And if you feel it in your heart, and I would appreciate if you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button or the dislike button. And let me know in the comments what you think. If I'm way overboard, if I should just shut my mouth and never speak of this again, or if I'm on the right track. Either way, I'll engage with you. Just be respectful, because I'll be respectful to you. All right? Thank you for watching. And remember, this is the way, the only way.